Hey, what is going on? My name is Jelena Ostrovska from JelenaOstrovska.com. Super excited for this video because I will be sharing 7 of my biggest lessons from 2017 and kind of a couple of different highlights that have happened in 2017 just because this is my birthday week. I am turning 23 this week on January 6th, so I thought I would do like a special video as I am pretty excited to share what have happened over the last year and the biggest lessons of somebody who's pretty young and somebody who's still kind of pretty new to the whole, online business world, so I figured that would be a fun video to do. So, the whole year, I will say, it's been a total blast. I couldn't have even imagined a better year because I got to visit so many different places. I got to visit Chicago. I got to actually meet my favorite actors of a TV show that I've been watching for the last 8 years. So just seeing, just the whole experience was absolutely amazing. And I got to speak on stage, which was the very first experience for me. It was at one of our, company's events in August in Austin, Texas. So that was pretty exciting. Another thing, I got to travel a little bit. So I visited for the very first time Dominican Republic. So that was, quite a fun experience as well. So I did launch 3 courses in 2017 as well, 2 with my accountability partners, with my business partners, with 2 of my best buddies, and another one I launched was on my own. I got to receive an award on stage again in Austin, Texas, so that was kind of fun. And one of the last things that have actually happened, I was interviewed at a virtual attraction marketing summit. I'm gonna pop the link below where you can get access to the replay along with 39 other top earners in the profession, people like Ray Higdon, Mike Dillard, Jonathan Budd, Todd Falcone. So if any of those names ring a bell, the lineup was pretty epic. So it was, my honor to be invited to that kind of summit. Also, I got featured as a member of the month in one of my companies as well, which it took me quite a long time. It took me 3 years to get there, and I will say it was, totally worth it. And then one of the coolest things that I had probably got to experience in 2017 was I was actually going to a live event by Eric Worre to Las Vegas, and then the next 2 weeks I got to spend with my best friend Sherry, and I got to experience Thanksgiving in the American family. So that was probably one of the biggest highlights of 2017, so that was quite a cultural shock for me. So now let's go ahead and dig right into the 7 lessons and what you can take away out of it. So from somebody who's, turning 23, I feel like those are, quite a, a couple of, good lessons. Maybe you can add something below into the comments. Number 1, don't try to work just by yourself. You know what I mean? So working alone, it is just lonely. You need to get either an accountability partner, either a business partner, some people call them running buddies. So somebody that it doesn't necessarily have to be a business partner. My accountability partners kind of turned into business partners because we have been working together for, for quite some time, and then we figured we could do a couple of projects together. But in the beginning, just doing things by yourself, it is very hard. It is very hard to stay committed, to stay accountable to yourself. So I always highly recommend getting an accountability partner, partner up with somebody, team up with somebody, someone who has the same drive, similar core values, similar goals, someone who's maybe doing similar even marketing strategies. So you need to have somebody who's going to stand by you and someone who you can message maybe every single day, maybe on a weekly basis, because with my accountability partners, we chat pretty much on a daily basis. So it's just good to get not only to work on similar goals together, but also mastermind with each other and feed off of each other's strengths and kind of fill up some of your weaknesses maybe, because for me, the accountability partners that I have, both of them, they do have different strengths and I have different weaknesses, so I can learn from them and they can learn something from me. So it's, you need to have that, I don't know if you call it chemistry. Maybe it is chemistry, maybe just some, you have to be on the same wave, okay? So number 2, this is something similar because I always believe you can't do it all on your own. It's just not possible. In the beginning, you do need to do everything yourself. It's kind of really tough to even figure out how to get some help from the outside sources, but the takeaway number 2 is outsource. Oh my gosh, like if there's one big win that I had, over the last year, it's really been just outsourcing and getting some of my time back, because I had been spending so much time inside of my business and it's just been ridiculous. I mean, working like 14 to 16 hours a day, it's not something that everybody wants to do. I mean, like nobody wants to do that, if I'm being honest. So I hired 3 virtual assistants. So one has been a general virtual assistant, another one is a graphic designer who I just brought on board probably a couple months ago, and then another one that I have is a video editor. So honestly, just getting that help, it's priceless. So once you get to the point where you're ready to outsource and you have some of those tasks that you don't really want to be doing, hire the people who can do it much better than you do. Because video editing, I'll be honest, I can do it, but my video editor is just so much better at it and the video is gonna look the bomb, and I just physically don't really want to learn that kind of stuff. And so takeaway number 3 is get a coach or a mentor, somebody who's going to guide you, somebody who's going to, push the hell out of you, and you kind of push it to the limits. Because in 2017, I hired a business coach for 6 months out of the year, and I will say the stuff that he made me do, it was insane. I mean, putting together a webinar within a week, really just challenging me to the point where, like, I can't give up, I can't quit because I've already paid for coaching. So, but the point is, if you're not where you want to be, there is a good chance that you probably want to hire a coach, somebody who can just show you the way, somebody who's been there, who's done that, and somebody who can just, I hate the word fast track, but kind of to help you fast track your way to at least like putting together the whole action plan and maybe like then scaling your business. So getting somebody who's going to help you, super, super critical. So another thing, which is number 4, oh my gosh, like this saved me so much time. If you're somebody who's maybe busy at your job, or maybe you're already building a full-time business and you just want to travel more, like that's one of the things that has been, for me, like in 2017, I had quite a few business trips and, just fun trips. So I totally needed, I needed some of my time. So, and I totally did not really want to work while I was away. And I will say I hate working whenever I travel somewhere because I want to experience the place. So plan in advance, like before you leave somewhere. Like if you have a trip, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, plan your calendar to where you get the most important things done before you leave. So for me personally, I'm just going to give you a particular example. So I create a lot of content, I create a lot of articles, videos, Facebook Lives, you name it. I do them all, but I don't really like sitting down and writing blog posts when I'm in the airport. It's totally not something that I want to be doing, although like at something I had to get it done. But do all of those like core activities in advance before you leave, so you can truly, have some fun and, relax a little bit, and, get a well-deserved break, right? So, like, that kind of discipline, it's not going to happen overnight, but you do need to start practicing that more. So for me, like, that discipline saved me so much time and just creating a lot of stuff in advance before I, like, head out or do whatever. So, another thing, so my takeaway number 5, it's kind of related to the previous one, but take some breaks. I mean, we always work so hard in our business. I really hope you do work hard because that's usually the necessity in the beginning, but you do need to have some breaks. I mean, if you don't have them, you're just literally going to go crazy. And I will say, for me, how I've taken breaks, usually it's, like if I want to travel somewhere, I go and I travel somewhere. So like for me, like I'll give you like just an example. Like I try to go somewhere every 90 days. Just to like, even if it's just for a couple of days, even if it's, 2-3 days, just to like recharge, unplug. And if I do travel somewhere, it's usually across the pond and it takes me, like a really long, it's usually a really long trip, like, 8-10 hours, and just having no Wi-Fi, just flying, it's, it is refreshing. So I will say, take more breaks, but, do what you have to do in order to, to deserve those breaks, you know what I mean? So number 6, which again related to the previous point, travel and experience more. I mean, if there's one thing that I can like really suggest you do, and do it as soon as you can, even if it's gonna be, you know, somewhere quick, like travel. Because there's, I mean, if you don't travel, like, why do you leave? You know what I mean? So for me personally, I like going to different places and experiencing different cultures. Like, you know, like I had for Thanksgiving, like, and I really like, I spent 2 weeks in a true American family who live in Tennessee, in country, and it was a true experience. Another trip, I'm just going to give you an example. I took a trip to Manchester to a concert that was performed by one of my favorite actors from a TV show that I'm watching. He's also a singer, so that was kind of fun that, you know, he came over to the UK. So I went there. It was literally like, you know, I saw a post on his Instagram account, and then within the next 2 hours I booked a flight and I was all, you know, ready and set to go. So that was kind of fun. So your trips, they don't necessarily need to be like business events, although in the beginning of like my network marketing, online marketing career, I was literally just going to business trips because I really wanted to learn, I really wanted to meet the people and see what they're doing that I'm not doing yet. And then I started taking a little bit more like fun trips just to experience, you know, as much as I can, because, you know, like especially if you're watching this and you're young, you totally want to, you know, get some more experiences. So, and last but not least, this is totally like business related and something that I am working on in 2018 is build your email list. So when it comes to marketing strategies, you really want to, like, your 2 assets online, it's not Facebook, it's not even YouTube, it is your blog, it is your main website where you put out the content, where you have all of your, you know, promotions and everything, you know, about you, where people can really get to know you, and that's what's going to build your authority and credibility online. And then it is your email list. You know, whenever people sign up for a newsletter or for your freebie or for your, I don't know, mastermind or for whatever, like, you need to be building your email list, because communication is the key, and you can do it one-on-one or you can do it one-to-many. So I personally prefer one-to-many, just because whenever I get a lot of Facebook messages and it gives me anxiety and I start going crazy. So for me, when I can send out an email to a couple thousand people, that is really powerful. So there you have it. And those are my, you know, kind of like a longer video that I usually do not do on my YouTube channel, but I figured I would do this just because it is kind of a special week and I'm turning 23, so I figured, you know, let's have some fun. So I really hope you enjoyed those 7 lessons from the past 12 months from me. So if you did, let me know which one was your favorite below into the comments. Be sure to share this video out with anybody who can benefit from this. And also, I just relaunched my Facebook community, so if you would like to stay connected and you know, ask some questions, or if you like really want to learn marketing and build your email list and you know, everything related to growing your business online. I had this Facebook group for about 2.5 years, and then it was basically right now the time to relaunch it. So in order for you to register, go over to theunlimitedentrepreneur.com and enter your name and email information, and then I'm gonna get you approved to the Facebook group. So hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye.